I am in a limbo period right now where I'm dealing with multiple issues, trying to get this bladder issue figured out, as I mentioned in my last video, get out of this flare, and I'm tapering off the prednisone. The great thing about prednisone, particularly high dose, is that you get the horrible effects when you start taking it, and then you get withdrawal effects when you taper down from it. So it gets you both ways, which is why it's everyone's favorite drug to be on. But the prednisone taper has been going pretty well. It is making me really agitated. Like, seriously, I'll just be out grocery shopping and I'll feel like this intense anxiety that I didn't have before. And I can tell by my speech sometimes it's just pure agitation. But what I wanted to discuss that I don't think I've discussed before is pain management, because since really I had this extreme flare in May, I've had severe pain on and off, and my best guess is it's a combination of the disease itself and just physical problems from surgery. Like, removing a J pouch is very intensive. I always heard that it was worse than actually getting it put in, which was a insane surgery I almost died from a couple of times. So luckily we're getting like close to a year out from that, but it seems like there's some type of kink in the bowel. I mean, I can literally physically see it. I probably already discussed this, but so the point is, I've been in a lot of pain. Sometimes there'll be a week or two where I'm not, but then I always end up having to go back on some form of pain management because it comes back. The pain actually went away, and I went off any form of pain management, and then went through the withdrawal from that while on prednisone, and then the pain came back, so I went right back on. So that was an extremely arduous experience, and I got literally nothing out of it, because as horrible as it is to go through things like withdrawal, being in severe pain is worth it. Like, I always take that trade-off every time. Like, I would much rather go through withdrawal than not have it for pain management. So really the key to pain management is make it manageable, not take away all of the pain. That'll have you, down a bad road very quickly. But like, if you have like a score, an 8 out of 10, getting it down to a 6, right? So the kratom is a very good thing for pain management, but I used to use it, but as of a long time now, it will flare me, even if I take extracts. I mean, everything flares me now. If I have a cup of black coffee, it'll flare me. But there is a form of kratom that's fairly new, basically called 7-OH, and I've tested this many times, and again, unlike regular kratom, which will flare me instantly, I haven't noticed any negative side effects when it comes to Crohn's, which absolutely shocked me. So I recently got a virus that everyone around me got, and it made my pain even worse. Like, my whole abdomen just swelled up. Like, I'm recovering from that now, but it really put pain management on my mind, and unfortunately I'm just unable to work, really limited financially. But I reached out to a company that was well regarded for 7-OH, and they actually just sent me a ton of their product for free, and it's by far the best thing I've ever used. If this is something that interest you, and this is only should be for people, in my opinion, that have a significant amount of pain, because it is a bit of a step up from, or maybe more than a bit of a step up from kratom plain leaf, or it can be. It just depends on the dosage. You really want to keep your dosage down with this, but if you are in that place where you have a cost benefit analysis of pain is taking control of my life, or in particular if you have spikes of pain, that would be the best usage of this, rather than daily. Anything that you use daily is gonna eventually pose a problem. I know some people are in that situation, but that's something that really seriously has to be considered, and like you have to really monitor that and pay attention to your use and your tolerance and all that stuff. But if you are in a state where you need pain management, and also if you're like me and regular kratom flares you, I can't use it. I haven't used it in quite a long time, or if I do, I instantly feel negative effects, then I would consider 7-OH, but definitely not for someone that isn't in this type of situation. I mean, if you would want to go something down that route, just go with regular kratom. This is for special situations, for intense situations, but I have the product right here, and you can see I'm shaking because prednisone. I'm always shaking, but I really appreciate it, and there's a reason it's so highly regarded within basically the 7-OH community. I've been doing a lot of research in. It's the strongest I've ever used by far, and I've heard that other products that are sold in smoke shops or online even are underdosed, and I can definitely tell that that's the case when I actually use a product that actually provides an accurate amount of 7-OH for the dose. So I would highly recommend that. So if you're interested in 7-OH, I've included the link below, and that's the place to get it. You won't be disappointed. I wish I had known about that earlier rather than trying other brands. So I'm not gonna lie, every day has been a bit nightmarish, and so I just try to focus on staying in the present and getting through the day. I really want to do daily vlogs again at some point, but I want to get more stable before that, because I don't want to just be vlogging about, all this negative stuff. I want to get to a point where I'm seeing more for momentum before I start doing that. I really appreciate everyone for listening. I hope that in the future I have some good news, because I really think something is going to turn around. I just, there's so many times it seemed impossible to get through, and something always just has came up and saved me. So I expect that to happen as long as I just keep getting by day and trying to see the positives. I write down things each day that make it worth living, even when I'm not doing so well. So I really appreciate everyone for watching, and take care.